We started this part of the journey in Phuket, and Phuket is interesting because it's not just one thing. It's not only beaches, and it's definitely not only nightlife. Phuket is actually Thailand's largest island, connected to the mainland by a bridge. Back in the 19th century, it became wealthy because of tin mining. Chinese traders came here, settled, built businesses, and that's why today you still see strong Chinese influence in the architecture and food. If you walk around Phuket Old Town, you'll notice colorful Sino-Portuguese buildings. That mix of cultures is still very visible, but at the same time you've got Patong, resorts, beach clubs, traffic, noise, tourists from all over the world. And somehow all of that exists together. If you're planning to visit, November to April is usually the best period. The sea is calmer and the weather is more stable. May to October is the rainy season, and boat trips can be unpredictable. One practical tip: if you're landing at Phuket Airport, transport can be overpriced. Apps like Grab or Bolt work well here, but it's good to compare prices. Here we are, going down the path to Freedom Beach. We're gonna see if it's the right path. One of the first beaches we visited was Freedom Beach. It's close to Patong, but it feels like a different world. Soft sand, clear water, and much less noise. It's not completely hidden anymore, but you still need to make a small effort to get there, either by longtail boat or by walking down a steep path through the trees, and that little effort makes a difference. If you go early in the morning, before the tour boats arrive, it feels almost untouched. Then there's Patong at night. When the sun sets, Bangla Road turns into pure energy. Neon lights, loud music, crowds moving in every direction. It's chaotic, but it's part of Phuket's identity. Patong really started booming in the 1980s as international tourism grew. Since then, it hasn't slowed down. If you're curious, go see it once. Just be aware of your belongings and don't expect peace. If you want something calmer, areas like Kata or Karon are much more relaxed. Phuket is about contrasts. You just have to decide which side of it you want more of. From Phuket, we moved on to Krabi, and the atmosphere changed almost immediately. Krabi province is famous for its limestone cliffs. These dramatic rock formations are millions of years old, shaped by tectonic movement and erosion. They rise straight out of the sea, and they're the reason this region looks so unreal. We started in Moyang Krabi, the main town. It feels local, slower, more grounded, no big party streets, no constant pressure to buy something, just small shops, riverside walks, everyday life. If you want a more authentic and affordable base, Krabi town is actually a smart choice. Accommodation is usually cheaper than in Ao Nang. Good evening everyone, we are at the Ao Nang night market and we're just looking around to see what is here. It's quite interesting, just take a look at it. In the evenings, Ao Nang has a completely different energy. The night market lights up, street food everywhere, grilled seafood, fresh fruit, mango sticky rice. Night markets are a big part of Thai culture. This is where locals eat. It's casual, social and affordable. Quick tip: always choose food that's freshly cooked and still hot. That's usually the safest option. Welcome to Maya Bay. Today we are sightseeing the islands. So this is the mandatory stop to see the famous Maya Bay where movie The Beach was shot. It is kind of
full of tourists, but still worth seeing.
From Krabi, we did island hopping around the Phi Phi Islands, and this is where it starts to feel surreal. Towering limestone cliffs, water in shades of blue that almost look artificial. Maya Bay, made famous by the movie The Beach, was closed for several years to let nature recover. It's open again now, but swimming is restricted to protect the ecosystem. But here's the honest part. Phi Phi is beautiful, but it's also extremely popular. During peak season, it can feel packed. Speedboats arriving, one after another, groups moving through the same viewpoints. It's not a hidden paradise anymore. The same goes for Bamboo Island. On photos, it looks like a remote tropical escape. In reality, especially in the dry season, it can be full of tour groups. Boats line up near the shore, and the quiet feeling disappears quickly. That doesn't mean it's not worth seeing. The scenery is still impressive, the water is still crystal clear, but expectations matter. If you want a calmer experience, try to book the earliest possible tour or consider private longtail boats instead of big speedboats. Early morning makes a huge difference. Island hopping tours run year-round, but between May and October the sea can be rough. If you get seasick easily, it's better to go during the dry season. Also, bring reef-safe sunscreen and never step on coral. Even small damage takes years to recover. Phuket and Krabi together show two sides of southern Thailand. One louder and more energetic, the other shaped by nature and slower moments. And once you experience both, the next stop, Koh Phangan, makes even more sense, because that's where things slow down even further.
Good morning. I'm at the Salads beach at Koh Phangan Island, having a walk at the beach. This is next stop in our Thailand journey.
So we arrived on Koh Phangan, and honestly, the moment we got there, everything just slowed down. The first beach where we really felt that was Salad Beach. Soft sand, calm water, no rush anywhere. What's interesting is that the north of the island wasn't really developed for a long time. It used to be mostly fishing villages and coconut plantations, so it still feels calm and local. If you're planning a trip and you want peace, not parties, this part of the island is perfect. If you're wondering about timing, the best months to visit Koh Phangan are January to April. The weather is stable, the sea is calm, and it's just easy to enjoy the island. October and November are usually the rainiest months here, so if you can, it's better to avoid that period. From there, we went to Ao Thong Nai Pan Beach on the northeast side. This bay used to be accessible mainly by boat, and you can still feel that in how open and untouched it feels. Today, it's a bit more upscale, but in a good way. If you want comfort without crowds, this is a great choice. Then we pushed further north to Hadkom Beach. Getting there is not the easiest. The road is steep and rough, especially on a scooter, but that's exactly why it's still so quiet. Clear water, jungle all around, barely anyone there. Some of the best places in Thailand are like this. A bit harder to reach, but totally worth it.
Today I'm taking you to one of the most serene and spiritual spots in Koh Phangan, the Kuan Yin Temple. Kuan Yin is a revered figure in Buddhism, known for her compassion and her ability to hear the cries of the world. People come here to pray for guidance, protection and blessings. This is a great place to meditate, reflect and simply soak in the peaceful energy.
Nearby is secret beach Koh Phangan. Small, hidden between rocks, easy to miss if you don't know where to turn. Perfect for floating in the water and doing absolutely nothing. Best visited on calm days, usually during the dry season. In the evenings, we often ended up at Pantip Market. Night markets are a big part of Thai culture. This is where locals actually eat. It's cheap, fresh, and full of life. If you want real Thai food without overpaying, places like this are always a good idea. Sritana Beach has a completely different vibe. This area became popular with people into yoga, meditation, and wellness back in the 80s and 90s. Even today, it feels calmer and more grounded. If you're into yoga or quiet sunsets, you'll probably love this place. Away from the beaches, we visited Wat Phu Khao Noi, the oldest temple on the island. It's over 300 years old and very simple and peaceful. Temples like this remind you that Thailand isn't just beaches. Quick tip: cover your shoulders and knees and just take a moment to slow down. Later, we spent time at Hayat Yao Beach. It's one of those beaches that just works. Good swimming, long walks, relaxed vibe, popular but not overcrowded, especially outside the full moon party period. For sunset, we went up to Top Rock Bar. Nothing fancy, just cold drinks and an amazing view. Moments like this are what make Koh Phangan special. And finally, Bottle Beach. For years, this beach was only accessible by boat. That isolation kept it quiet and natural. If you really want to disconnect, this is the place. Just go early and don't rush it.
We are at the hike to the Bottle Beach viewpoint. We left the car at the parking spot, as it said that there's only 4 and 4 cars access. To leave a normal car or a scooter or a bike there at the parking and continue walking. It's around 30 minutes hike, so definitely bring some water, maybe some snacks to enjoy at the viewpoint.
Before jumping into the chaos of the city, we started at Lumpini Park. It's a green oasis in the middle of Bangkok. Locals come here to walk, exercise, relax, and yes, there are huge monitor lizards just walking around. If you're planning Bangkok, the best time to visit is November to February. It's still hot but manageable. March to May gets extremely hot, and the rainy season usually runs from June to October. we visited Wat Po. This temple is older than Bangkok as a capital. The reclining Buddha represents the moment of passing into nirvana. It's also the birthplace of traditional Thai massage, which is still taught here today. After that, straight into Bangkok Chinatown. This place hits all your senses at once. Lights, smells, sounds, street food everywhere. Evenings are the best time to visit. Just walk, eat, and explore. We also visited the Grand Palace. Built in 1782, it was the royal residence for over 150 years. It's busy, but it really shows how important tradition and monarchy are in Thai culture. Tip: go early and dress appropriately. To finish Bangkok, we took a boat on the Chao Phraya River. Seeing the city from the water gives you a completely different perspective. It's one of the best ways to understand how Bangkok really works.
To buy an eSIM, I usually use Mobimatter, where I find the country that I'm traveling to, and for example in Thailand I chose Thailand Happy Tourist from DTAC for 30 days, and the transfer that I was interested in you can filter, and I've checked in 7-Eleven that the price was the same, just I didn't need to switch the physical SIM card in my phone, just activated the setup for the eSIM.
To move around Phuket, Krabi, and Koh Phangan, we used a rental car. Most people use scooters, which is fine, but remember that legally you need an international driving license for motorbikes, or a motorbike license from your home country, plus an international permit. Police checks are quite common in tourist areas. If you're planning to stay longer in Thailand, it's actually quite easy to get a local Thai driving license, which solves the problem completely. Before coming to Thailand, installing a few apps will make your trip much easier. Transport and getting around. For cities, especially Bangkok, we used ride-hailing apps. From our experience, InDrive and Tada were usually cheaper than Bolt and Grab. Grab and Bolt are still great backups, but it's always worth comparing prices. For tuk-tuks in Bangkok, you can also use Tuk Tuk Hop or MovMe. For public transport in Bangkok, Viabus is extremely useful. It shows real-time buses, BTS, MRT, and even boats. Official BTS, SkyTrain, and MRT apps are also helpful, and Google Maps works surprisingly well. For ferries, buses, and trains across Thailand, we use 12 Go Asia. It's one of the easiest ways to plan island hopping. For food delivery, Grab works perfectly across Thailand. Hotels. We usually check Agoda and Booking.com. Best tip: find the hotel on Google Maps first, then compare prices on each platform. For shopping and paying bills, there's Lazada. It's like a Thai version of Amazon or eBay, and you can even pay electricity bills there. For restaurant and rooftop bar deals, especially in Bangkok, Hungry Hub is great. If you're planning a trip to Thailand, my biggest advice is simple: don't rush it. Each island, each city, each place has its own rhythm. Thailand isn't just somewhere you visit, it's somewhere you slow down and let it show you how it works. And that's what makes it unforgettable.